Jujutsu Kaisen fans, brace yourselves. After the epic battle against the King of Curses, after Gojo's death and Sukuna's disappearance, we all thought Jujutsu Kaisen was done for, destined to fade like other legendary works before it. But JJ Akutami? That sly genius hid something huge. In his final message, he teased a new manga, and guess what? It's not just a new story. It's a continuation of Jujutsu Kaisen's dark world, maybe even darker this time. Welcome to the review of Chapter 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen Mojuro. This story kicks off 68 years after the last war. Our young heroes are now old, and the old guard, they're 6 feet under. But before we dive in, smash that like button, Jujutsu lovers. Light up this video with likes and comments if you want us to keep reviewing these new chapters. Alright, Mojuro introduces a fresh generation of shamans, Yuko and Tsurugi, the grandchildren of Yuta and Maki. Don't get too excited, though Yuta and Maki are gone, lost to old age. But hold on, there's still hope for Itadori and Megumi, since their deaths were never confirmed. And Panda? He's probably still kicking. This week's chapter is a beast, 54 pages packed with action. We're diving in scene by scene, and trust me, this manga's weekly, so buckle up. JJ's about to reveal the origin of cursed energy and the chaos unleashed when Geto exposed shamans to world leaders. Curses? Still out there, folks. Sorry for the long intro. Let's jump into the action. It's 2086, and a mysterious spaceship hovers over Nevada, USA, carrying 50,000 aliens from the planet Shimoria, seeking refuge on Earth. Why'd they flee? 2 possibilities. Either their planet's uninhabitable due to a natural disaster, or a war drove them out. No third option. Their leader, a 3-eyed alien, picked America, thinking it's the strongest nation to protect them. But
مع
a
أي
US
ظاهرة
advisor
لا
drops a
تنتمي لكوكب
bombshell.
الأرض. والأهم من
Japan's the
ذلك
one
أن
with
بعض
authority
البشر في
over
اليابان
extraterrestrial
لديهم
phenomena,
قدرات
and
كالتي
some
عند
humans there
الفضائيين.
have powers like the aliens. That's right, cursed energy? It's not from Earth. The most logical theory? These aliens landed here over 1,000 years ago. One of their aides looks suspiciously like Tengen, and that's no coincidence. Tengen, the backbone of Jujutsu Kaisen's world, can body hop and knows almost everything. Now we learn aliens use cursed energy as naturally as breathing. No training needed. That's why Tengen was always a cut above. Flashback time. Meet Okutsu Yuka, Yuta's granddaughter who was glued to her grandpa's side, sharing his joys and sorrows. In his final days, Yuta gave her Rika's ring, a treasure he never took off. Yuka couldn't believe it was hers, knowing its value to him. He told her it'd protect her and urged her to become a strong shaman. She was thrilled, training hard, overjoyed by the gift. But days later, Yuta died, heartbroken after Maki's passing. At his funeral, Yuka clung to his coffin, promising to become as strong as him. Then, her mom, possibly Yuta's daughter or daughter-in-law, demanded the ring back. Why? It's a registered curse tool, owned by the Gojo clan, and they chose Yuka's brother, Tsurugi, to wear it. Yuka confronted Tsurugi, begging for the ring, a memento from her grandpa. He refused, saying it wasn't his call. The Gojo clan decided. Furious, Yuka tried to take it by force. Their fight was so loud it echoed outside, but Tsurugi dominated. He was chosen for a reason. He's stronger. Yuka didn't give up, though she trained daily to prove she's worthy of the ring. Back to the present, we see an old TV playing a retro game. A man's voice asks, "Do kids these days still play these old games? I bet you're good at this." A kid nearby is having fun, unaware his strict parents banned gaming. The man teases, "This game's got blood and killing. Too much for your age, huh?" The kid shrugs it off, saying it's fine. The man smirks. If you think that's normal, would you scream if it happened to you? Chills. This kid doesn't know he's with a criminal. This is a kidnapping in progress. We're in Kyoto on a rooftop. Yuta's grandkids, Yuka, 16, and Tsurugi, 17, are on a mission to catch a child kidnapper active in the city. The police are clueless, meaning the culprit's using cursed techniques to hide. A third person joins them, a foreign agent from an organization monitoring Japan's shamans and cursed techniques. He introduces himself as Maru, short for a long name. Yuka's shocked. An outsider with cursed energy? That's rare, since it's mostly a Japanese trait. Maru explains why Japanese kids are targeted. Their cursed energy makes them high value in human trafficking markets. Tsurugi's skeptical, questioning why an ignorant foreigner was assigned as their monitor. Yuka, as always, takes the opposite stance, saying it's just recon, no fighting needed. Maru keeps asking what curse users are, annoying Tsurugi, who insists he's unfit for the mission. They argue, with Yuka saying they can ditch Maru if he slows them down, but Tsurugi knows they're responsible for his safety if he joins. Maru, clueless, keeps asking the difference between shamans and curse users. Tsurugi snaps, "Good guys are shamans, bad guys are curse users." Yuka warns Maru she'll ditch him if he keeps bugging them. Maru's stunned, calling them savages. The agent explains Maru represents a nation in a cooperation pact with Japan, giving him rights to shaman info. Maru, dead serious, says, "I'm here to see your true nature." In his mind, he adds, "Can we coexist with you humans?" Wait, Maru's an alien, hiding his third eye under a bandage. The mission starts, but Maru sets a condition. "Don't ask for my help, no matter what. My superiors forbid interference." Yuka and Tsurugi scoff. He's useless. They split up, leaving Maru behind. A crow appears overhead. Not random. The Mai family, known for controlling crows, might be watching. Maru, sulking by a river, cries, feeling out of place. Yuka returns, telling him to stop crying or she'll look like the bad guy. Maru, expecting an apology, gets mad when she blames him for crying. He's also hungry, so she buys him food, fixing their vibe. But she demands he pay her back later. Maru asks about her feud with Tsurugi. Yuka explains the ring drama. It's a cursed tool for the strongest shaman, given to her by Yuta, but taken by her parents for Tsurugi. She insists they're equal in strength, but Tsurugi loves showing off to keep the ring. Maru sees her sadness and offers to help her shine in this mission, proving her worth. She hesitates. Breaking rules could mean punishment, but loves the idea and agrees, ignoring the risks. Maru promises not to interfere, and they search Kyoto's streets for cursed energy traces. Hours pass, no luck. Maru's exhausted, collapsing in the street. Yuka snaps, "Stand up! You wouldn't spot a curse anyway. You're clueless." She's logging data on her smartwatch, mapping their path. Maru picks routes randomly, left, then straight. Yuka reveals she predicted his choices, and they're not random. The kidnapper's curse technique guides aimless people to a trap. It's a condition for activation. Walk the path, get caught. Maru's furious. Kidnapping's unforgivable, but praises Yuka's smarts. She shrugs it off as basic. Tsurugi arrives, demanding where Maru was. Maru's floored by his audacity. Tsurugi ditched him. Tsurugi reached the same conclusion about the path, sensing it leads to the criminal. Maru's confused. Why can't he see the barrier everyone else does? Tsurugi tells him to stay put and grab warning tools to alert people. Maru apologizes to Yuka. Their plan to let her shine solo failed. He shares he has a twin brother who thinks he's a failure, urging Yuka not to repeat their rift. Yuka snaps, I don't care about reconciling. I just want the ring. Maru sees through her tough act. Tsurugi returns with caution tape to block the paths, disrupting the kidnapper's technique. But a kid runs past, ignoring warnings. Yuka and Tsurugi chase him, but the technique activates. Terrifying hands grab the kid, and he vanishes. Tsurugi vows to save him, telling Yuka to alert their supervisor, Osami. She refuses, insisting on joining. He snaps, "I'll prove I'm stronger." Her stubbornness flares, and they stand where the kid vanished. The technique pulls Tsurugi in, alone. Yuka realizes it targets those with a specific cursed energy threshold. Tsurugi, like Maki, has no cursed energy, fighting with tools instead, making him vulnerable. Yuka wants to leave him, saying he deserves to suffer for his arrogance. Maru begs her to reconsider, warning she'll regret it if Tsurugi dies. "He's your only brother, don't wish him harm." Yuka yells, "You don't get it! Don't force your feelings on me!" Maru counters, "I'll endure any pain for my brother, no matter what. Don't give up on yours." Yuka relents, but not to save Tsurugi. She wants to fight him. Maru agrees, just happy they're searching. In an abandoned Kyoto district, the kidnapper's hideout, Tsurugi's tied up. He taunts the criminal for setting traps near Jujutsu High, making himself a target. The kidnapper laughs. "You're the fool for falling into my trap." He reveals aliens landed on Earth, and human trafficking's booming. Tsurugi scoffs, thinking he's crazy, but the kidnapper insists it's true. The alien invasion's classified as a special grade incident, as dangerous as Sukuna's rampage 68 years ago. A treaty forces Japan to handle supernatural threats, and the kidnapper believes the aliens will invade soon, exposing Japan's weakness. With no one as strong as Gojo or Itadori today, Japan's value and its people's worth in trafficking will plummet. Tsurugi's his last deal before retiring. He plans to sell Tsurugi at auction. Alling kid's boring to negotiate with. Tsurugi fires back. "You're worse, a grown man too pathetic for a legal job." The kidnapper kicks him, sneering. "This place is abandoned. Scream all you want." Suddenly the door explodes. Maru and Yuka arrive, using Maru's curse technique to locate missing people with minimal energy, keeping his aides secret. Tsurugi, free, reveals he faked weakness to extract info. He orders the kidnapper to surrender, but Yuka steps in, demanding to fight Tsurugi for the ring. Maru's stunned. "She's serious?" Yuka attacks first. Tsurugi pushes back lightly, then punches her face, knocking her down. She cries, realizing he's truly stronger, recalling his daily training. Wiping her tears, she orders the kidnapper to surrender. He recovers, and Yuka fights alone, her cursed energy claws drawing blood. He touches a seal, teleporting behind her with a hammer. Yuka blocks, realizing he can instantly move within the room. Tsurugi tosses her his sword, annoyed by the enemy's technique. His attack burns the seals, disabling the teleportation. Yuka pounces, her claws downing the criminal. Mission complete. Maru confirms the kids are alive. Tsurugi warns him not to touch them. Adults will handle it. He turns to Yuka. "You've gotten strong." Shocked, she hears him vow to train harder to return the ring. Raised by Maki, Tsurugi idolized her strength. He saw Yuta give Yuka the ring and felt jealous, but Maki called it a protective charm for the weak. When offered it, he refused, but his mom and the Gojo clan forced him to take it. He's determined to prove he doesn't need it. Black threads erupt from the kidnapper, linking to bags holding the kids, a portal for escape. Maru unveils his third eye, blasting cursed energy, knocking the criminal out. Yuka and Tsurugi stare. Tsurugi asks, "Maru, are you an alien?" The chapter ends. Look, I know you're all wondering about Yuji. He might appear later, his death's unconfirmed, so he could be Jujutsu High's director or a council member. Same with Megumi. Maru? Probably not the alien from the start, that's likely his twin, the advisor who sees him as a failure. Are the aliens good or evil? Hard to say. Those creepy horns don't scream friendly, but let's not judge yet. Enjoy these chapters while they last. Brothers, I love you all. Peace out.